It is showtime. It's showtime. It's showtime. Thanks so much for everyone being here on this magical Monday morning with my magical friends. How is everybody doing this morning? I'm also trying to look at my phone over there to see, how many people I got here before I really get into what I want to talk about today. But all of you know I stay in Florida, and all I can say it is hot and it is dry. And I think we need a little rain. You know what I mean? So, how was everybody's weekend? How was everybody's weekend? Mine was more laid back. Hey Jared, how you doing? How was that weekend? Hey Warm Strong, good morning. Good morning. How was everybody's weekend? My weekend was pretty well laid back, and I got some cleaning done. I got some thumbnails done, and I'm looking at my lipstick, and I don't know what it's doing, y'all. Using my fingers. I will talk. Let's see. Let me go back up. Deborah, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for all the support. And Warm Strong. Oh, you're going to talk about yours today. Is it good or is it bad, Jared? And what time are you going on today? Because Jared do lives and he talks, it's just great to go and, sit there for a little chat with Jared. I know he went to church yesterday. I do know that by Jared. He is a church boy, y'all. Yep. And I see all those good foods you be eating, Jared. Hey, Keisha. Can you believe it's Monday already? Girl, it's Monday. It is Monday already. Keisha, you back at work. Keisha is at work. Oh, thank God you can work from home. So that's even good. So Keisha, are you back full force now? Or are you still just working like part-time and easing it back in? And Jared said his live is hopefully this weekend. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask this question throughout the video. And I don't even think my best friend knows. If she knows it, she's not going to say it if she tries to guess it. But I want to know because in a couple of my videos, What About Me? I want to know what is my nickname. When I was a little girl, what was my nickname? Somebody in here gonna answer it, right or wrong, what you think it was. But what was my nickname when I was a little girl? What was it? I'm gonna say go through that. I'm gonna go through that and ask again, what was my nickname? Somebody that watched my videos, I think I did it in 2 videos. What is my nickname when I was a little girl? Oh, well, thank you so much, all of you, for being here. And like I say, Warm Strong is back off his cruise. So I'm gonna have to get him up here one day. And this weekend I went by Pedrosa's Travel. I really enjoy his lives. And I did go by there, but I didn't do too much. Oh, and also Destination Fun. I went by her live, and Keisha talking about she heard it, but she can't remember it. I want to know what my nickname was when I was a little girl. That's what I want to know. So, but yeah, the weekend, I'm trying to think. Oh, I went on actually Aubrey this weekend at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it was really, really good. But I want to say, and I'm gonna say this a couple of times during the live, y'all came, my community came and hers, and y'all showed out. Y'all showed out, and I'm ever so grateful. I could not believe how many of y'all came to that live, because that would have been the fourth time that week that y'all had came to my live. And guess what? Y'all stayed there from the beginning to the end. Y'all stayed there. Now, Warmstrong had a pass because he had to go to his granddaughter's recital. You know, we can't miss no recital, okay, them grandbabies. And in fact, my grandbaby's birthday is the 28th of this month. So that's like in a couple of days. She already got her gift. She already knows what it is. It's that teapot set that was not inexpensive. So that takes care of everything. But I know that's going to be cute. Um, Also, I'm still gonna do the tea party. I wanted to the day that I wanted to do it on. Hey, Yansu, hello. OG Brand, hello. Extra Aubrey, good morning, and thanks for the great chat live on Saturday. Your chat was so busy. They were chittering and chattering back and forth, your community, my community. And it was just a great chat. I got over 100 views, and I could not believe it. And the people that came in that chat, um, Aubrey, it was amazing. And they stayed. My numbers did not drop. It was just amazing. And I am ever so grateful for that. I really am. Let me find my lines again. Okay, and they're trying to figure out what was my nickname when I was a little girl. OG, do you know what my nickname was? Hey, silly. OG Brand, he with me all the time. He with me all the time. Y'all need to go over to OG Brand and see his videos. They're so inspiring, and they're usually only like a minute or two, so they're very short. But he eats a lot out. He leaves a lot of takeout. You're going to have to get healthier and cook home. He eats really good food, though. He eats out. Was it? I can't remember if it was Kentucky Fried Chicken. I know it was pizza one. You eat out so much. I can't remember. Yansu. Hey, my friend Yansu. He sings. And he has a lot of people in his chat. And thank you, my friend, for stopping by. We're like, Yansu, are you Filipino? Because our times are so different. And but I'm ever so grateful for all of you coming in. Uh-oh. I don't know why my thing keeps going off over there. Canadian oh my God. I don't know why she is working. Siri, cancel. Hey, Siri, cancel.
Okay.
I don't know why she even came on. Okay. And Tiffany, great friend, Canadian, and when the winter time comes, it's like ice blocks, not ice, not snow flurries. They have blocks of ice. Um, let's see who else is in the chat. Thank you so much. Yes, it was great to see the communities coming together. But I'm telling you, Aubrey, I was really surprised and I felt so honored when I woke up the next morning to see how many views and also the people that came to that chat. Oh my goodness. And it was new names on there. I am Betty. Your nickname what? Little Cupcake. You gotta try again. You gotta try again. They're trying to because in a couple of my videos, What About Me, I talked about what my nickname they called me when I was a little girl. And Eerie Frog. Oh my God, Eerie Frog. I am so happy that you are here on this magical morning. this day, because we're going to talk about magical people who make a difference in your life. And it's all of you that make a difference in my life. And um, what I feel so honored is I know Destination Fun, Tristan Natural, um, Jamia, they can really watch me. And I think OG Brand too, and some other people, they can really tell if I'm in a good mood or what's happening in behind these eyes. So I have to be careful. But today I feel good, y'all. I feel better than the last 2 weeks this week. Okay, I just want to say that, and I know it shows. I know it shows. Hey, Trish, how is school going? I know it's going well. But I know the first thing in being grateful is being grateful. And being grateful always brings us happiness. It makes us feel happy, and then it attracts more happiness. When we're grateful for what we have, I'm still looking in the when we're grateful for what we have, we get more happiness in our lives, even when it's just, a little bit of if we have nothing, if we have just a roof over our head, if we can't even pay our bills, if we have clothes on our backs, we still grateful to be here. And actual, okay, my co-host Alex is magical, thankfully. Yes, it's people that come in our lives and they really, I'm gonna talk about them too from years ago. You're gonna see pictures of them. And it's three people. And if you want to think about someone that really changed the course of your life, or somebody you didn't even know, they just stepped in at the right time. Let's see. I know I seen Heather. Thanks, Arby, for sharing that. And Heather, hey, how you doing, man? Heather. Heather is from Australia. I know Heather very well. Heather is coming to the States, and I'm going to get to see Heather. And me and Heather, we're going to join together, and we're going to talk about Australia and America, even about our slangs, what's different, what's, what we do in America versus what they do in America. Like we call our Burger King, we call ours Burger King, they call theirs Hungry Jacks, I think, in Australia. And it is probably about 10 or 11 p.m. in Australia right now. So I thank you, and I'm ever so grateful for Heather and her partner. I am ever so grateful. Yes, I am feeling a lot better, a lot better. I just got to be careful, and not push myself too much to do other things. Um, and one thing I can say too is Keisha is a singer. She told me Keisha is a singer. And Heather said, yes, Hungry Jack's is a child company of Burger King. Yeah. And I'm telling you, Australia have more 7-Elevens than I in the US of A. So that's one thing I noticed. I tell you. But yeah, I just wanted to say, thank you to all of you, because it's just so important to me to have, and build a community. And when I think about that, before we get started, okay, y'all, what is my nickname when I was a little girl? I want to talk about community building. And the greatest community, I think I'm going to call Nitro today, is Nitro Freak. Nitro Freak, he is powerful. He has two sides to him, I always say. And he has a side where he really knows YouTube, and he does know about building a community. So I'm definitely going to call him today. He was the first one that came to mind. And he said, definitely acknowledge your chat. When people are chatting, make sure that you know that they are there. That is so important, because I know, hey, Kevin, thanks for coming again. I know that when I go to a chat, a lot of times I want to get acknowledged. Sometimes I know people forget, but you do. You want to get acknowledged. So I try to not, forget about my chat sometime, but sometimes I get to running my mouth and then that doesn't help. Okay. Still seeing everybody. Yeah, Yansu is a singer. I talked about that. Oh, I loved Australia. I loved Australia. And it was so easy to get around. I got around on train, buses. The train, it was just in the back where my son them stays, so I could just catch that. It's just really easy to get around. I did amazing things. I planned for that for a whole year. I did a walking tour. I went to Melbourne, Australia. I did the walking tour. Um, and I did Great Ocean Road. That's like a all day excursion. I did amazing things in there. Okay, but thanks for asking, Aubrey. I did. I had an amazing time. Didn't hardly see no kangaroos though. Mm-mm. I ain't hardly seen. Thank you, Kevin, for sharing me out. Hey, Bud Files, thanks for stopping by. Thank you so much. I feel so honored everybody's stopping by. And I'm trying to just get to the end of the chat. And then Heather saying I got to come to Adelaide and drink wine. I know once I go back to Australia, Heather don't stay like close to my son. It's probably like a plane fly away, but I'm hoping to see them when I do go over. But it is so expensive now. It's like over $3,000. I paid like a little over 1,000 umpteen years ago, but it's almost $3,000. Together we travel. Thank you so much for coming in. And thank you, my moderators, for coming in. And if I miss anybody, please let me know. And I know Warmstrong always will be. Yes, I think I seen one kangaroo. One kangaroo is all I saw. I went to the zoo. I seen giraffes. I, I seen giraffes. But today we're going to talk about, I know you say magical Mondays is what, and then I'm going to do wind down Wednesdays. You know how everybody get together and they wind down from the week because everybody called Wednesday the hump day. Then I got fired up Fridays, and that's the time to party. That's the time to party. But there is always magical people that come in your life, be it online or off. Okay. And I like what Albert Schwarzenegger, I'm probably Schwarzenegger, I think his name is Schweitzer, Schweitzer. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lit the flame back in us. I know that I have had so many people that came in my life, and I'm ever so grateful, ever so grateful. And let me go back. Okay, I remember about the grateful. I'm just trying to keep up. 2 months to go. Wow, there's a lot of money. We only paid $1,200 each for us. But do you have a lot of layovers, Heather? I'm sure I could find it. I just looked at Deltas and to Melbourne, Australia. But I'm sure if I looked around, I just looked at Delta. I just don't want to have a lot of stops. Even with Delta, used to didn't really have stops. Only in Australia, and then California would take you straight to Melbourne. But now, when they leave California, they make one more stop. I think it might be in Sydney. But well, Heather, I didn't see no kangaroos in Melbourne. Okay, I was all the way in the city. Yes, that is expensive. That is expensive. Let me keep going. I see tuber chats. Everybody knows Kevin. Kevin, that summertime must be not working like he usually do, because usually he's working when it's hot. So I've noticed he's been around a little bit more. But again, each one of us have received help from each other at particular times in our lives when we needed it. And I always say, when I was raising my children, that with no money, and I mean no money, I couldn't even scrape up a penny or a dime uh, to really go with life. And the first person I'm going to talk about is Pat. I do not remember her last name. I don't remember it. Okay. But Pat worked with me at the bank, and her husband stayed at home because he had polio when he was a child. So he was on disability. But I never forget it. We worked till the evening. It had to be a Friday because it was dark, and my car wouldn't start. It wouldn't start. So her husband stayed, her house, we call it the north side of in the Tampa Bay area. And then I stayed on the south side. So her husband had to drive like 15 minutes to get back to where my car was. So what they did, I will never forget this. I don't know who picked up my children, but her husband stayed there with the car. She took me back to her house and she fed me. And I don't know, but he fixed the car. He called and came back, and my car was working. That's why I said that time you have the impact, but years later, I'm telling you, I could still cry about that. And she helped me so much. And it wasn't really money wise, because I never really asked anybody for money, but she was always there when I needed her. And I can't even remember her last name, and I feel so bad. But I have one thing from her that she gave me. And I mean, this had to be in the 90s, early 90s, and I kept it. And let me show. Oh Lord, I had both of them up here. Oop. Let me make myself big. Uh-oh. Hold on. I don't even know if this will make me big or not. And I got earrings from her. And I have had these shrimp earrings forever. Ever. Forever. So that's why I say sometimes people don't know how much they truly touch me. Okay? Are you? I know y'all can think of at least 3 people in your lives that have been so good to you, even people you do not know. I'm even go back farther than that, y'all. Further than that. All right, what's my nickname? I ain't forgot. Nobody came up with my nickname. And then Aubrey says, yes, definitely double check other airlines and even travel services, perhaps too. Heather said, I know. Oh, you booked a, okay. Heather booked a motel in Canada at Tuber Chat. Connect and grow. I'll be in touch, and hopefully we can catch up the 24th to the 30th. I think Kevin stayed near Niagara Falls. So are you going to be close to there, Heather? I remember him saying that. Erie Frog said, I would love to travel. And you know what? To travel, you don't even have to go out of town. You could even go somewhere different, spend a night in a hotel, just something different. Okay, Tiffany, you'll be right back. Oh, I see Patrick is here with me. Thank you so much, Patrick. Thank you so much. Patrick was good with me when I needed a break, and he helped me out, and he kind of showed me the way, and he told me not to take off less than a month and go from there. But yes, at time people come back into our lives when we really, really need them. Like even last week, I really, really needed y'all. And like I say, Saturday, y'all showed. out. Y'all really gave me great great support, and I still can't believe it. I really can't. Um Another person, let me share this with you, is this person. Her name is Miss Donna Ruhala, my 11th grade teacher. I found an old picture of her, but I wanted to remember her like this. She had Alzheimer's about a year, or dementia, before she died. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. I'm going to go back over in the chat. Not Peaches, my ex-husband, that Albert, he called me Peaches. He did though. Nope, not quite it, but I'm glad you tried to guess. Heather said, we are actually staying in Toronto, but heading for a couple of days to Niagara Falls. Okay, well, you'll be close. Oh, y'all got to take some filming of that. Some filming. I know when Heather comes to Orlando, they're gonna throw us out the hotel, a motel, a Holiday Inn, or whatever we in. They're gonna throw us out. They're gonna throw us out. I just know it. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And they said it only take an hour of public transport to get there. Okay. And let me continue on before I keep going. OG said, God bless us right now. And Aubrey said she's talking to Heather. Okay, but let me get back to Miss Ruhala. We're going to go live at the pool bar. We gonna get drunk. Now, Heather, I'm getting drunk. I'll drink some wine, but I'm not getting drunk. I'm gonna leave Heather and Drew to do that one, okay? I don't know if Warner gets drunk, but yeah, we can't. I cannot wait for y'all to come to Orlando. Back to Miss Ruhala. Let me put my lines up here. And let me go back up here. And wow, I took this. Where did I take it from? I'm trying to put. Okay, hold on, y'all. There we are. Okay, but Miss Ruhala, I had her in 11th grade. I don't know why thought I had her in 10th. But this was the time when we had to change schools, the 10th grade and integration time, which I talked about before. And it was like really, really hard, especially in 10th grade. And so I never had a white teacher until I got into 10th grade, until integration. Miss Ruhala. I wished I would have went back and said thank you to her. She is the one that put a fire under me in English. She made me love English. And what she did, she would let us write book reports about whatever we wanted. However, the first book report I didn't do. So she would give you a book that was boring. You had to read it. And then guess what? You had to take the test after school. So that meant my mom had to bring me back to school to do it because the buses was gone. Okay, so I would catch the bus home because she didn't do it till later. And then my mom would have to drive me back. No, I take that back. I couldn't catch the bus home because I had to take that. My mom had to come and pick me up. And so, back in them days with your parents, that was the only, okay, Armstrong, that was the only time I ever went back there. After that, I got to, hey, together we travel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, but um, I got my great love of English writing, reading, because I always loved to read. But she really put a spark under me, even in college. John Sorbin, he went to Harvard, and he really was another person that put, but she's that first one that put the spark in me. And I'm telling you, I am ever so grateful to Miss Ruhala. And I am so sorry that I didn't get to tell her that. Okay. So yeah, that, and it, it just makes me feel good to think about her. And I'm gonna give you one more person after that. Y'all need to think of three people that really, did something in your lives and made you so grateful. Hey Pete, thank you for coming. Yes, Aubrey. Yep, I'm telling you, she put a fire under me. And writing papers, writing book reports. Um, what else did she do? We just did a lot in her class, and she made it really, really interesting. I was wishing I found that picture in my yearbook. And I was wishing, because her daughter, she was yay, hey, she was short. She wasn't even tall. She was not even tall. And she was a tough cookie. Okay. She was really, really tough in class. But yes, we definitely do. And I said that's how, even I say with Mondays, how people dread Mondays because they got to go to work. And I always say, why don't you be prepared the day before? And it'll make it so much easier going to work. I can remember like dread and Monday when it came, or didn't, have the day prepared, with the kids and all of that. So I say, really, Monday starts Sunday, you know, just getting that quiet time in. Because if you're having a bad mood on Sunday, you're going to take that into Monday, y'all. You're going to take it in to Monday. I'm telling you. Okay, let me get together. We travel. Now we're talking back about cruising, y'all. We're planning to be in Canada in August as well as a cruise. Oh my goodness, everybody going to Canada. Everybody is going to Canada. And I think, did I read this one? Yeah. Put fire on you. Yeah, for helping me so much. She really did. She really, really did help me with that. So but I just, like I say, and I always say that I really, hey Jamie, I really am working to build, a strong community of being grateful, And another thing I always talk about, and I talked about this a while ago, about giving. I always love to, talk about this. And when you give someone a present, never expect anything back, and always give from your heart. Okay. And don't never expect anything back. And I talked about earlier, it's some months back, where somebody gave me something and expected something back. And I always say, I didn't ask you for that gift, but you want something back. And I always remember that. And I was so grateful when the person first gave it to me. And then when they took it back, I'm like, I'm going to say when they asked it back, asked for something in return. And it just, just took so much away from me. But yeah, it's like, I am just so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful that all of you are here with me. With YouTube, we're just, you meet so many people as we, go along. I have learned so much in these going on 2 years. And I always say too, with that, I'm ever so grateful that I have set goals. I even tell everybody with YouTube, you should set goals of, at what point you want to be somewhere, and and where you want to go, or if YouTube is really something you really want to do. And I always tell everybody, I will know by the end of the year exactly. I put it on that point, and who knows? I should continue on. I don't see why not. I worked hard to get, to monetization. I really did work hard with a lot of support. So it's kind of hard to give that up. I know I heard Jamie say, um, she don't see how people, get monetized and then they stop. Ah, I don't know. I think I can see it. Can't some of you see when people get to monetization that sometimes they're burned out, why a lot of people leave? I could definitely see why they do. But like I say, so many people get to monetization. Some people it's not about the money. I know somebody that want to donate their money, whatever monies that they make, they want to donate it. And I can say once I got to 1,000 people, I think I got like 1,080 something now. And I think I bought that up before. Is right now, I know a lot of people want to grow fast, to that 2,000. I just want to, I'm not going to say yeah, I'm happy where I am. Okay. And like I always say, I want the organic growth. I don't want nobody to push. I don't want nobody, I just want that support. And I want it to organically grow. And I do. I get 2 or 3 people here and there. And I am happy about that. I am happy because I really want people to really like my content. We all want that, on there. Hey, Dude Classic, how are you doing? Welcome. But yeah, it's like um you just each week, each day go by when you wake up. I always say there is a blessing in each day. It really is. There is a blessing in each day with me, just waking up. Just when you think about, just think about me, 60 some years. I'll be 69 this year. How much I have been through the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm still standing. People talk about growing old. It's nothing like it. I tell anybody, especially if you have your health and you have the energy and the vitality. And that's why I always go back to millennials, Generation X's, younger. Don't play around with your health. You're going to be grateful. If you need to get off a couple of pounds and you're not comfortable with that couple of pounds, do it now. Work on it now. Because in the end, it's going to catch up when you're older. And since I've been on YouTube, I talked about it, that I have picked up a couple of pounds, more than a couple of pounds. And I know going on 2 years, I have been talking about it. I have been bouncing back and forth, but I know there's someone in the chat. There's a couple of people that do intermittent fasting. Okay. I'm definitely going on the second week of intermittent fasting. Okay. And if you don't know what intermittent fasting is, it is where you pick a certain part of the day, you just eat, and the rest of the day you fast. A lot of people do it from noon to 8 p.m. And I know Lydia does that. That's 8 hours. But I can get in a lot of food in 8 hours, y'all. And then she doesn't eat the rest of the day. So from 12 to 8, and then From then on to the next day, she don't eat again until 12 o'clock the next day. Um, but my time is normally 3 to 8. Okay, that's my window. But my son and his girlfriend, they're doing 3 to 7. So that's 4 hours. And I'm going into my second week. I know a lot of you will think that that's unhealthy, but you really need to read up on it. Talk to your doctor first. I have to remember that. But it works. And I want to show y'all it works. It works. And I can still eat what I want. Okay. Um, and yes, you have to cut your portions. Will you be hungry? Yeah, for a little while. And then after a while, you adjust to it. But anybody on board with me with that? Uh, Intermittent fasting. And I got to get to moving. Thank you, everybody here. And do classic Generation X. Now, that's the generation that don't really look at me. That's a small portion. And I don't know why. And I keep saying that. I have the millennials. I have some younger than me. The ones over 65, about that little. And I guess Kevin's right that, I say that living your best life over 60, but I guess living your best life for everybody, because I don't know. I guess 65 years old. I don't know why I don't appeal to them. I don't know. And Generation X, maybe y'all just busy raising the children. But one thing I can say is getting older, y'all, make sure, and I'm telling you, take care of your health. Make sure you get your exercise time in, because I can't believe I'm almost 70. I can't believe it. I can't. It's just so amazing that I'm almost 70 years old. It's just, oh my goodness. And but you know what the sad part is? We become invisible to people. That's the sad part. Like that old lady over there, she don't know what she talking about. And it's so sad that we become invisible. And sometimes I think about even getting older than that. It gets a little scary when you think too far ahead. And that's why we got to live in the moment. We got to live in the present. And we got to be grateful for everything we have. And I always tell y'all, I am ever so blessed. And I would like people in the chat, one thing about my nickname. What is my nickname? Hey, Carol, the miniature. What is my nickname, Carol? When I was a child, I said a couple of my videos. And I would like y'all, some of you to put in the chat, what are you grateful for? Like 2 or 3 things. I know some of you got to be grateful for something in your life. I guess my 3 things would be, I'm grateful I have my health. That's number 1. You can't live without a good health, y'all. Steve Jobs, he got really, really sick, and he talked about that health, thing. You cannot, without that health, live in the present. That's another thing. And be grateful. Be grateful for whatever you have. And sometimes I forget that, of being grateful. Thank you, Do Classic. And thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And let's see. And I have Carol the miniature. She was on the show with me last week. And let me tell you how that worked out. I was really depressed last week. And she, how did I put it? I was talking to my best friend, and for some reason she brought up Carol's name. So y'all don't know, Carol is hard to get a hold of. Okay. But that particular day, I even told my best friend, I'm gonna call her, and she picked up on the first, and we got together, and we really and I got in a better space. And even Carol says she can tell when I'm off. It's just a little bit. But that did last week really helped me. And again, I want to thank all of you, because some of you just coming in for this weekend, coming to my live over at Actually Aubrey and really sticking there until the end. Okay, so I thank you so much. And I see that Together is Travel is chit chatting with Tuba Chat, and I guess we all need to go to Canada. I guess we all, us Americans, need to go to Canada. I think we all need to move to Canada. I think it's hard to get. Is it hard to get a citizenship in Canada? Probably hard to get a citizenship anywhere. But yeah, I already got my week basically planned out, and I'm just gonna just try to have a magical day every day is what I say, every day. And then I'm definitely going to continue to have my lives on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9:30, and probably limit them AM Eastern Standard Time to an hour, and then sometimes do a pop-up, and go from there. Oh, you know what I want to talk about? I talked about the fasting and my nickname. Nobody came up with my nickname. Oh, this is going to be a good subject, y'all. This is going to be a good subject. I was on yahoo.com. You always get in trouble with yahoo.com. Let me make sure y'all drew my lines. And this woman, I know we all going to have our different feelings on this. Oh, and I want to talk about two people that's not here. Lydia, Life TV, she got a new position, so she always come and watch my replay. Destination Fun is just getting really busy, so on Mondays, during the week, she's really busy. And again, I'm still gonna have my tea party. I know it's gonna either be in the middle of June on Saturday or Sunday. I know Father's Day falls on a Sunday, so I gotta, play around with that a little bit, because some people that want to be on it work. And I definitely, Heather says it's gonna be quite a few people that's gonna be on it. Okay, we're gonna talk about this woman. She was 57 years old when she got pregnant or when she had the baby. Okay, so you know that you got to get all them extra hormones in your body to do that. Okay, she had the baby at 57. And then now she's breastfeeding now 2 years later. So that'd be at 60 years old. So what do you think about older women having babies? I know, maybe I say sometimes 50, sometimes to me is pushing it a little bit. But what's y'all thought on that? I know y'all gonna say, okay, Janet Jackson had her baby at 50. Okay, Janet Jackson got a lot of money. I don't know if she froze her eggs or what she did. But I know at 57, I might have a lot of time for the baby, but I'm not going to have the energy. What y'all think? What y'all think about that? What's your thinking about this lady? She is 50 some years old. What you think, Keisha? She's still here somewhere. What did y'all think about that? You're not going to have, I know I wouldn't have the energy at 57. Have y'all done raised a teenager? And I said, even if you went to sleep at night, the teen wouldn't even have to slip out. They can walk out because your sleeping is so hard by the time they're teenagers. I don't know if I would have ever wanted children that late. I know, when you want it, but everything you want, you don't get. I always wanted a little girl in my life, so I don't know. And Keisha say, Lord, even at 47, I know I don't have the energy or the sanity to start over with a new baby. I'm so grateful God built us the way we were to make sure we ain't have no more babies late in life. Shoot. And like I say, Keisha, just think you got a teenager. That takes all your energy, people. It really does. Yeah, she said my 13-year-old son about get away with anything. I'm telling you. So can you imagine? Then you got to put all the extra hormones in your body. And you don't know what that does to your body. I guess I think too much, but I know, definitely what those hormones can do to your body. But, if she's happy, I always say, I'm happy. Is but I just thought that was, really something. And then Carol said, "There is no way I could do it." Country Carol, can you imagine? I'm sure she had a C-section. She pushed that baby out. God bless you. I work with pregnant moms. The oldest moms I had was 40, 41, 43. I think the oldest was 43. And this one of them was 43, and she was a pharmacist, and her husband. They were Indian descent, and they had a girl. Then they had a boy after the baby was a boy. And yeah, she was like 43. And then I had another client that was 41, and she got pregnant and she never had a child. And she said she wasn't about to let that go. And the man of the baby, I guess he didn't want it because it was me, just me and her at the birthing. And she did all natural. She did hypno birthing, where you hypnotize your own self. That works. I'm telling y'all, that 40-some-year-old woman, she went through the whole labor without without anything. Carol the manager said, there is no way I could do it. A body at 50 does not work the same as it did in my 20s and 30s. I'm telling you. And Keisha said, I had 2 C-sections. I definitely can't imagine recovering from that again. I'm telling you, it is hard. It is so hard trying to raise, kids now. And it's so scary. You got to stay on top. Y'all remember my granddaughter was here, how she said, they get around. Y'all think that you're blocking them out, and they find another way around it. I would be so lost if I had children right now, little children. And I'm just blessed. I just pray I never have to raise grandchildren. I say the only way I probably would raise if a grandchild was going to the system. Of course, you wouldn't let your grandbaby go to the system, but everybody's getting big. No, that's not true. Y'all know I got 10 grands. 10. I might end up having one more. I could see my baby son having one more. Yeah. So I'll probably end up with 11 babies. And actually, Aubrey says, no babies at 50. None at 50. Yeah, we got to be like Janet Jackson, you know. But yeah, but I'm sure that, and a lot of times then you got to use, if you didn't freeze your eggs, then you got to use a younger woman's eggs. But that's a lot. Your body, you're putting your body through a lot. And I think I was pretty healthy at, but 57, we're pushing it to 60. But I did, honestly, when I was 30, I was like, oh, I'm 30. When I was 40, I was like, oh, I think I told y'all that before. I was 40. Then I was 50. I was like, oh. And then I was like, okay. Then I was 60. I was like, ooh. That's the only time I really felt age. Hey, Tampa Barbecue Queens, been a little bit on both ends. Arby says, I think it's crazy as men who create babies after 50. Knock yourselves out, y'all. And then women over 50, just think. Some men, you better be asking, some men got little children. And I know if you're 50 and over and dating, you want all them children grown and gone, So I guess that would be one question to ask too, Aubrey, huh? How old are their children? Or do you have any children? Tampa Barbecue, thank you. Thank you. We got about 6 or 7 minutes here, but I am. Oh, My nickname, I almost forgot, is I couldn't say sugar. So it was Mugga, is what it was. Yep, I couldn't say it. So my nickname is Mugga, Mugga is what it was. Even my first cousins don't remember it. You know, it was an older lady that remembered. She said, "You're a Mugga." I'm like, you remember my nickname. So yeah, probably even my baby sister and them don't even, but it's Mugga. So that was y'all. Nobody passed the test. Nobody passed the test. But again, I'm gonna get back to because I'm almost, there. But being grateful, just being grateful for what you have. Um, is so amazing. And then it makes you feel better. And you know what? Then things start happening to you. They really do. More and more comes into your life when you're grateful for what you are. And sometimes I do forget that. I really do. And I know some of you do. Hey, it's Chanel. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. I know it's late at night for you. And I just appreciate, each and every one of you, because y'all keep hanging with me all the time, all the time. And that I am ever so grateful. And then Keisha, she's supposed to be taking a break, I guess. And she's been going through the transcripts. You talk fast, even in written form. Oh, she was trying to find. I knew somebody was going to be trying to do that. I know maybe I need to do a new one. I think maybe that I'll do this week because it's been a while since I've done about me. I love doing about me because I even got one like who named me and how I got that name. You know what? Yeah, I got to go back through that and tell some of those, some new stories. Is just to tell you, my dad named me. That's who I'll tell you that. And he named me after somebody. Do anybody remember that? She talking about I talk, that coffee comes out. Yeah, it does. I know I've talked. Oh, she giving me three things. See there, y'all was supposed to give me three things y'all are grateful for. Actually, Aubrey says for her health, yes, her family and friends, and her comfy home. I'm telling you, we are so blessed. And I have to remember that when those little problems come along, and I have to think about all the friends that I have on YouTube and even here, and I gotta stop it. I got to because I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Oh, my best friend said my dad named me after his side woman. Yep. And my mama didn't know it, y'all. My mama didn't know. I'm named after my daddy's side piece. I tell everything, don't I? I don't hide nothing. He named me after his side piece. And when my mom found out, I don't know why she didn't change my name because I know it was easy to do it back there. And she said that she was just livid. Livid. Yep. Thank you, Deborah. She remember. She ain't remember that Mugga though. I know that's something that you wouldn't forget. Can you imagine your dad? Yes, Keisha, your dad named you after. I bet you I'm probably the only one that happened to in my whole life. My mom told my, and that's one good thing I'm telling you before I signed off is make sure you think of three people you're really grateful for today. And if it's someone you haven't told, tell them before they die, like Miss Ruha. Oh, I forgot one more person. Wait a minute. I forgot the best one. Don't nobody leave. I'm talking about people from my past. that has helped me in my life. Now, this person, yeah, Keisha, there's 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 some secrets. There's some secrets. But this person, oh my God, Deborah, you know him. I couldn't find, this is Mark Tenney. I couldn't find a young picture of him because I wanted a picture of him. Let me tell you about this man. Now he's still alive. He's same office. I'm gonna get to Mark. If I don't do nothing, I keep saying I'm going to visit him. Mark Tenney is an attorney. I want to cry with this one. I met him at the bank I worked at, and we used to just chitter chatter, banter back and forth. I was already divorced, but my husband kept taking me back to court, and I didn't have any money. So one day I told Mark I needed help. And Mark said, well, come to the office. And I told him I didn't have any money. And he said, that's all right. Let's just get the paperwork started. I never paid this man a dime. We went back to court 5 or 6 times, I know, until the end, until my son turned 17, when the child support went up. But I'm telling you, this man, I am so grateful for. I almost forgot about you, Mark, down there in the basement. But it's people that touch you. Can you believe an attorney touch me? I'm sure he wrote all my expenses, but that's all right. We even had to have the stenographer or whatever come in. Y'all know how expensive that is. I'm telling you, my ex-husband took me through a lot, y'all. Some things I forgot that we even went through. But Mark, he ended up getting divorced too, y'all. But yeah, he's still an attorney, and he's in a different place, but he's been in this place now forever. But I really do need to just show up his office one day and thank him for what he did for me and my family. But I almost forgot about him. But that's why I say there are people in your lives that come and go. But think about the ones that really helped you. Think about it. But thank you, everybody. I've been on here a little over an hour. And then I'm going to be back Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's going to be Wind Down Wednesday with all our friends. You know, we don't work Monday. We don't work Tuesday and Wednesday. We right there. So we're going to help each other get to Friday. And we're going to, what is Friday? I forgot what Friday was, y'all. Fired up Friday. Oh, we gonna party on Friday. So anyway, let me see. Before I go, I'm gonna get the last of the chat. Ishmael, thank you so much for coming in. And I got that. And one more thing. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me today. And okay, thanks. A little far away. She's talking at Tuba Chat. Peace and blessings to all. Everyone have a blessed day. Okay, thank you so much for being here. And again, please come back on Wednesday and let's wind down together in the middle of the week. Okay, thanks again for sticking with me, and I will chat with y'all later.